Hey everybody, it's Tuesday afternoon, outside on this beautiful afternoon, checking out the raised beds. I had a great question this morning about what plants are going to go out here. Will it be the plants that we're growing in the greenhouse, or will it be other things? So it's going to be both. We'll have several beds of tomatoes. We'll have a whole bunch of flowering annuals out here. You can see the beds that have been turned over already. This bed of sage. Sage is one of those things that might come back and might not. It's not really a perennial around here in New Hampshire, but if the conditions in the winter are just right, sometimes it'll come back for us. So before we pull this up, we're going to wait and see what happens. These may be weeds that go in the compost bucket, or they may perk back up and be beautiful sage, little woody flowering herb plants. So this bed's ready to go. It's been turned. It's going to get a bucket load of composted manure added to it, and then it'll be turned over once again and leveled out, and then it'll be ready for planting. Some things are pretty much ready to go in now, especially in raised beds, because they're up out of the soil, so they get really quite a bit warmer, so they're ready to plant sooner than other regular garden beds. One of the other things that's really cool about raised beds is that you never make them more than 4 feet wide. Then you can always reach to the middle regardless of where you are. And so you don't have to make any rows. Oh, here go the dogs doing their thing. Some things never change. So anyways, you don't have to make rows when you use raised beds. You can just plant the whole thing. Doesn't have to be any space. Doesn't have to, there has to be the regular space between the plants, but there doesn't have to be any space for rows, because you can reach in. There's never any reason to step on your raised beds. And that allows you to plant more per foot than you could in a regular garden. They warm up better. It's easier to contain the weeds. The plants will also, as they grow together, they shade out the weeds underneath, so you actually have less weeding to do in raised beds. So raised beds are a great option if some of you are home, or your families are home and they're thinking about what they might want to do for gardening, because gardening and planting and growing your own food and vegetables especially is more important than ever. It's a healthier, more important thing to do than ever, and so raised beds are a great way to do that. So we'll keep up to date on these as they're coming along too, and I hope you're having a great day.